Opening, hey there, history enthusiasts! Have you ever wondered about the gripping tale of the Crimean War? This monumental conflict spanned from 1853 to 1856, involving a complex web of alliances and rivalries. The war was a struggle for power, territory, and influence in the strategic Black Sea region, with its repercussions echoing far beyond the battlefield. Join me today as we unravel the secrets of this iconic conflict that shook the Black Sea region and changed the course of history forever. The Crimean War, which took place between 1853 and 1856, was a clash of empires, a struggle for power, territory, and influence in the strategic Black Sea region. The war was a complex tapestry of alliances and rivalries, a conflict that echoed far beyond the battlefields and into the annals of history. The war was like a grand chessboard, with the Ottoman Empire, Russia, France, and Britain as the key players. Each power, driven by their own unique set of interests, was maneuvering to checkmate the others. The Ottoman Empire, trying to preserve its declining authority, stood its ground against the encroaching Russian Empire, which was seeking to extend its influence in the region. France and Britain, wary of Russia's growing power, sided with the Ottomans to maintain the fragile balance of power in Europe. Religion also played a pivotal role in sparking this conflict. The Holy Land, sacred to Christians, Jews, and Muslims alike, was under the control of the Ottoman Empire. But the Russian Empire, as the self-proclaimed protector of Orthodox Christians, demanded greater rights in the Holy Land, causing a rift with the Ottomans. This religious dispute was the spark that ignited the powder keg of political tensions, setting the stage for the Crimean War. The Black Sea, a vital maritime crossroads, was another bone of contention. Control of this region meant command over crucial trade routes and strategic military advantages. Russia, seeking to expand its naval presence, clashed with the Ottomans, who were supported by Britain and France, both keen to curb Russian expansion. The Crimean War was a crucible of geopolitics, religion, and strategic interests. It was a war where alliances were as fluid as the waters of the Black Sea, and where each move on the chessboard could tip the balance of power. Each party had its own motivations for getting involved in the conflict. As the war unfolded, it witnessed the introduction of new technologies and tactics, from the use of railways to the development of field hospitals. The Crimean War was indeed a turning point in the history of warfare. The progression of the war was marked by a series of strategic maneuvers and decisive battles. The Siege of Sevastopol, one of the war's most significant engagements, saw the Allies' grueling year-long attempt to capture the vital Russian naval base. This battle alone encapsulates the essence of the Crimean War, a brutal, drawn-out conflict where victory was often measured in yards, not miles. The war was also a testing ground for new technologies. The electric telegraph, for instance, allowed for real-time communication between the home front and the battlefield, changing the dynamics of warfare forever. Railways were another game-changer, enabling swift movement of troops and supplies, which was crucial for maintaining momentum in the battlefield. The battlefield was also a stage where many personalities shone. One such figure was Florence Nightingale, a British nurse who revolutionized the field of nursing during the war. She established standards for sanitary hospital conditions, which drastically reduced the death rate among the wounded. However, the war was not without its darker moments. The infamous Charge of the Light Brigade stands as a stark reminder of the harsh realities of war. This disastrous cavalry charge saw over 600 British soldiers charging headlong into a heavily fortified Russian position. The result was a catastrophic loss, with nearly half the brigade killed, wounded, or captured. Yet this tragedy also led to important changes in military tactics. The lessons learned from the Charge of the Light Brigade led to a greater focus on planning and reconnaissance, reducing the likelihood of such blunders in future conflicts. It also shed light on the harsh realities of warfare, from the infamous Charge of the Light Brigade to the pioneering efforts of Florence Nightingale in the field of modern nursing. This war, though brutal, was a catalyst for change, driving the evolution of warfare and laying the groundwork for the wars to come. The aftermath of the Crimean War reshaped the balance of power in Europe, paving the way for major geopolitical shifts and reforms. This war, a tumultuous clash of empires, left an indelible mark on the Black Sea region and the world at large. Its effects were not merely confined to the battlefield but echoed in the halls of power, initiating a series of changes that would redefine the political landscape of Europe. The Crimean War, with its unprecedented scale and complexity, led to a significant realignment of alliances. The defeat of Russia, for instance, curtailed its expansionist ambitions, bringing about a temporary truce in the struggle for supremacy in Eastern Europe. The war also marked the beginning of a fragile alliance between France and Britain, two powers that had been at odds for centuries. This conflict also acted as a catalyst for societal and military reforms. The harsh realities of the war, brought to light by journalists and nurses like Florence Nightingale, led to a public outcry for better treatment of soldiers. This, in turn, paved the way for significant improvements in medical care and military logistics. In addition, the Crimean War sparked debates about the nature of power and the ethics of war. It raised questions about the role of nationalism and imperialism in shaping the course of history. These debates, fueled by the advent of mass media, brought about a shift in public opinion and led to a re-evaluation of the principles that underpin our society. The war also underscored the importance of the individual in the grand scheme of things. From the valiant soldiers on the battlefield to the tireless nurses in the field hospitals, it was their stories, their sacrifices, and their resilience that gave a human face to this conflict. Their actions served as a reminder that history is not just shaped by nations and empires, but also by the people who inhabit them. In the end, the Crimean War was more than just a conflict over territory or influence. It was a turning point in history, a catalyst for change, and a testament to the enduring spirit of humanity. It also sparked debates about nationalism, imperialism, and the role of the individual in shaping history, themes that continue to resonate with us today. So, there you have it, folks, the untold story of the Crimean War, a conflict that reverberates through the annals of time. We've traversed the intricate web of alliances and rivalries, the ideological clashes, the strategic battles, and the transformative aftermath of this monumental conflict. The Crimean War, lasting from 1853 to 1856, was not just a territorial dispute, but a clash of empires, a struggle for power and influence in the strategic Black Sea region. Each party involved, the Ottoman Empire, Russia, France, and Britain, had their own motivations, from religious rights in the Holy Land to the strategic importance of the Black Sea. As we journeyed through the war, we witnessed the introduction of groundbreaking technologies and tactics, from the use of railways to the development of field hospitals. We saw the harsh realities of warfare, from the infamous charge of the Light Brigade to the pioneering efforts of Florence Nightingale in the field of modern nursing. The aftermath of the war brought about significant geopolitical shifts, reshaping the balance of power in Europe and paving the way for major reforms. It sparked debates about nationalism, imperialism, and the role of the individual in shaping history, themes that still resonate with us today. The Crimean War is not just a chapter in a history book. It's a testament to the human spirit, our capacity for innovation, and the profound impact of individual and collective actions on the course of history. So as we wrap up our journey, let's remember the lessons of the Crimean War. Let's remember the importance of understanding our past to navigate our present and shape our future. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and never stop exploring the wealth of knowledge that surrounds us. Thank you for watching.